Hello and welcome back to another vlog. Today I am decked out with makeup and contacts and a nice sweater and like all my purple things because it is my birthday. Not when you're watching this, when I'm recording this first clip, but this video is going to span a few different days, so by the time it actually goes out, it will definitely be past my birthday. As you can see, I have a suitcase here. It is clearly empty because it's definitely a lot lighter than it's gonna be in a few hours, because in a few days, I'm gonna be leaving to visit my family in the US. The timing is great to celebrate a kind of belated birthday with them, but I am mainly going because it is Thanksgiving. And I've actually not celebrated Thanksgiving with my family for 9 years. I think 2015 was the last time that I did. So it's been a while since I've celebrated Thanksgiving. My family is not super traditional about the holiday. We normally have just immediate family over. We'll do a lunch, not a dinner. And then when I was younger, we would always spend the afternoon putting up Christmas decorations. But I don't think they do that anymore. I'm not gonna be able to go for Christmas this year. So I thought that if I could make Thanksgiving work, I would. And it turns out I could. For my birthday today, my husband and I are going to be going out to dinner. I have picked out a Spanish tapas place. I had this idea that it would be fun for all my 30s birthdays to celebrate them kind of reflecting where I was for the same number in my 20s. So 31, like 21, 32, like 22. And I thought I was late actually in doing this because this is my 32nd birthday. But then I realized that for my 31st birthday, I did have a cider to kind of like be reflective of my 21st birthday, which I spent in the UK. It was after I had already picked out the tapas place and thought that would be fun for my birthday that I realized that my 22nd birthday, I actually did celebrate when I was living in Spain. So it kind of works out. I still have a few hours of sunlight left, maybe not even, maybe like an hour and a half left before the sun starts setting because it sets so early. So I'm gonna go out and run a few little errands in the city center. One of the errands will be to pick up some stroop waffles. I've tried this place before. It's in the city center. I'm not gonna try and pronounce it because I'm so afraid I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but I'm gonna put it here on the screen. And I have tried it before. I got some for some of my friends in Paris when I visited last. So I know that they're good. They are very good. And I'm gonna get some for my family this time. Then when I come back, I will get started on packing. Just got an alert on my Apple Watch to tell me to check my rings because apparently I have been too stagnant today. It has been a little bit of time since those last clips that you saw. I have not been filming at all since visiting my family in the US. It was such a nice time to spend more quality time with my family, to see my parents and sisters and the little ones on that side of the family. It was just so nice to spend some time with them and to have my first Thanksgiving since I believe 2015. So that was really nice. I am in the bathroom right now because I've decided to try to do my hair today with my straightener and not straighten it, but curl it. I know this is not groundbreaking. People have been doing it for years, but not me because I'm terrible at it and I've never ever succeeded in a nice curl with my straightener. Why not do this on camera in case it's super embarrassing? I don't know. It's been kind of a crazy few weeks if I'm being honest. November, December time has just been a little bit rougher than I was anticipating. Normally I love November and leading up to Christmas, I'm always really excited. I'm starting to feel that now, which is why I'm filming, but it's been a little bit just not the greatest time, I guess, lately. You don't need to worry about me. It's fine. I'm taking care of myself, which is also why I wasn't filming because that would not have been taking care of myself, but I'm filming again because I'm feeling better. So that is your indication that I'm feeling better. And also don't think that every time I don't film, it's because I'm not well, because sometimes I'm not filming because I'm just living my life and loving my life. And other times I'm not filming because I don't want to be on camera because I'm going through something, you know, like everybody in this world, we all go through stuff. So this is, I guess, the technique. Am I doing this right? It's probably messy. Maybe I'm using too much hair at a time. This is all right. That's all right. Today, my natural waves are not waving. I washed it yesterday, had some really nice natural waves, and then I brushed it. But I decided this was probably gonna be good for me today to try to do this. that is one thing that I've been doing to kind of try and counter this, I don't know, I don't want to call it a funk because that might seem just a little bit like I'm minimizing the difficult, I guess, weeks that I've kind of had. What I'm trying to do is motivate myself to try something new, to challenge myself in little ways. I've had a lot of trouble with, you know, focus and concentration, attention span, all of that. That's been something I've struggled with for a long time. I think working in social media has been a huge contributor to that issue, but it is something that I struggle with a lot more lately. So I am trying to obviously focus on the main goals that I have, but then mix it up by giving myself little challenges. So I did this little craft. I went to a crafts night with a new friend here who is so lovely, and she hosted a little crafts night, like Christmas crafts. And I did that. I'm not a crafty person. I'm a word person, I'm a music person, but I've never been a painter or a crafter in general. And I did a little bit of ones that were a little bit more challenging, but I also did some like really simple ones for children, and that was kind of fun. But it was fun to kind of just concentrate on something that wasn't reading or writing or working in any way. See, this doesn't look too bad. It's not as curly as I was kind of hoping for. This one turned out really nice, actually, this front one. But I'm gonna go ahead and let down the top layer, and that's when things are gonna get really messy. Ooh, just dropping my straightener in the sink. That's not a safety hazard or anything. I have also started bouldering. This is something, like rock climbing, bouldering is something I have been curious about for such a long, should I have started in the back? I think maybe I should have started in the back, because I feel like if I do all these really nicely, I'm just gonna, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. This is also not my forte, hair stuff. But yes, I have started bouldering. I have been very curious about rock climbing and bouldering for literally years. I remember in my undergrad, so we're talking 10 years ago, my university had a really nice gym, really nice facilities that my tuition went towards, so I could have used any of that stuff anytime. And I was just way too shy, way too like anxious to go and work out in front of people. I think I used the gym like twice ever. They also had a rock climbing wall. I think I tried it once, and again, I was so scared. And rock climbing and bouldering they require, I guess, two things that I lack and that I really need to work on, and that I am now. Upper body strength and boldness when it comes to heights. I have discovered a little bit later in my 20s, I guess, that I really enjoy working out my arms, but I have very poor, like, natural upper body strength, even compared to other people who have a similar build to me. And then the heights, I did not realize was gonna be such a problem. I have never had a severe fear of heights. I think really where it comes from is not even the height itself, but my lack of trust in myself. So when you're bouldering and you start climbing higher, you have to trust that you're gonna be able to hold on. You have to trust that you're gonna be able to come back down afterward, because I really don't wanna drop from super high. I mean, you shouldn't drop from super high, but also I don't want to, because I don't trust myself to land properly, no matter how much I, might practice, and I still need to practice that a little bit more. That would probably help quite a bit, honestly. So you have to have a lot of faith in yourself, and I don't, and that is something that I am working on. But I am so, so happy that I am trying bouldering. The first time I did it, I was so scared and I was so weak, and I just felt like I'm just never gonna be able to do this. But I wanted to, and I think once I kind of open that door to try, the curiosity was just too strong. So I made myself come back for a second one and made myself come back for a third one. But each time that I went back, I noticed, I could feel the progress. I could see the progress in not only the courses that I was doing and the fact that I was completing more, I was able to move up a level sometimes, and I could just feel myself getting stronger and feel myself fighting against that fear of heights. It's still something I need to work on. Obviously, just a few sessions is not going to solve that. And it's probably something that's going to keep coming back no matter how good I may or may not get. I don't know. We'll see how long I last, because it's not like I'm committing to doing this the rest of my life, but I'm so happy. I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm finally doing something that I've wanted to try for such a long time. And stuff like that is really what's fueling me. Whether it's a, simple craft that's just kind of fun and silly and maybe made for 5-year-olds, but it's fun when you're 32 as well. And then also, really challenging things that are very much out of my comfort zone, that are very much out of my skill set. Why is this one not curling? Did I run the straightener over it so many times that now it's just not gonna curl? Is it too big a strand? Is my angle wrong? What's annoying is that if I want to straighten my hair, like if I want it to be board straight all over, then there'll be strands that want to curl or wave and, stick out from the rest. And then if it rains this afternoon, which it very well may, I don't know that it's supposed to, but you never know in the Netherlands. Even when it's not supposed to, it does. And then when it is supposed to, it does, but not when it's supposed to. But if it rains, then whatever I've done with this is just gonna fall. And also my problem when I do this with my hair is that even if I get it to look nice right now, which it's not, look, it's already kind of collapsing, it just collapses later. This is always what happens when I try and curl it with my straightener. You see what I mean when I say I can't do it. The alternative would be a clip. I might end up in a clip later today. To finish it off, I have a new favorite gloss. This is part of the Arcane collection. My younger sister got it for me for my birthday, and I am so happy. Thank you so much. It's part of Fenty Beauty's Arcane collection and is my first Fenty Beauty product. Obviously, I'm not sponsored. You've seen the way I do my hair. I am not a beauty person. Fenty would never. This is the gloss. It's the Caitlin one. This is what it looks like on me. It will be different on you just depending on your natural lip color because there's not a lot of pigment in these. I think the entire series is like that, but this one especially is a very light, neutral sort of tone. So it will look different depending on your lip color, but I really like it. It feels great. It also smells really great, which is something that I didn't pay attention to at first because I was so obsessed with the look and the box and the packaging and the Arcane and League of Legends of it all, but it smells really good. So yeah, I am so happy. This is my new favorite gloss, and I think it works quite nicely for today because today is gonna be pretty chill. I have some coffee here off camera. I've been sipping some coffee in my Queen's mug. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on my computer today, but I'm also going to be reading. I'm in the middle of 2 books, so I will take you in the main room so we can talk about that. I have you at a little bit of a weird angle right now, but it's just because I really wanted to get Bingley in this shot because he's very cute and very sweet. The 2 books that I'm reading, I'm going to start with the, I guess, more obvious choice, and that is Brandon Sanderson's Oathbringer. This is the 3rd Stormlight book. Yes, I know I'm behind. I actually did not want to start this one just yet because I'm in the middle of this other book, which I started first, but everyone's talking about the new Stormlight right now, and I just couldn't help it. I just feel so behind. So I really wanted to start it. I have just barely scratched the surface. I think I've read like, what, 2 chapters, 3 chapters? I'm going really slowly as well. My reading pace has been extremely slow lately, but again, this is part of the patience with myself that I'm working on. This is the other one, The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi, and it is very good, but again, I am not really that far through it yet. I've barely read any of it, and you might have noticed when I held it up just then, this is a large print. I've never read a large print edition before. I accidentally bought it. It was an online purchase. I did not look closely enough. It's extremely rare for me to buy something so quickly that I don't properly look at the description, but apparently in this case, I threw it in an order with a bunch of other books and I did not realize this was a large print. So it has the nice sticker there, but it's especially jarring because you go from this size of words, which I don't know if you can quite tell on camera, like watching this, just how big they are, to this one, Oathbringer, which is even smaller. I'll show you a page earlier on so I don't accidentally spoil something for you, but here's where I am actually in the book. You go from large print to the smallest print I may have ever read in my life. Look at the difference between these prints. Like, this is extra large and this is extra small, and these are the 2 books that I'm reading right now. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, but they're both really good. I'm really enjoying both of them. They're very different styles, narratively, as well as just the story itself. What do you think, Bingley? Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Time to go run some errands in the city center. Hello, good evening. So to wrap up this vlog, I thought it would be kind of fun to do exactly what I did for France and show you just a few of the things that I ended up bringing back from the US. This is not an exhaustive list. There are a lot of things that are either not interesting or I have eaten them already because it's been a couple of weeks now since I got back from the US, and my husband and I have already eaten a lot of the stuff. First, we have to start with the most exciting. So I went back for Thanksgiving, and it happened to be timed just a couple of days after my birthday as well because I went for a little bit over a week. But what I did not realize when I booked my tickets was that Taylor Swift was going to release physical editions of the anthology when I was there. I went to a Target in the wee hours of the morning and waited outside in the freezing cold with my wonderful younger sister who went with me. Thank you so much to her for keeping me company, for driving me. It was truly a bonding experience. And I went for the CD, but because we were there and sister bonding, my sister also got me the book. This is such a cool photo collection and just behind the scenes look at the Eras Tour. I'm so sad that I didn't get to go. I tried for tickets so many times. The pictures are absolutely stunning. It has quotes, it has a bunch of facts, behind the scenes looks at things. One of the coolest outfits as a purple lover. Look at all of the mics, and then there's also the guitars. Oh my gosh, they're just so gorgeous. And it just shines a spotlight on this incredible like phenomenon that the Eras Tour has been. I absolutely love it. So I have that, and of course the physical CD, which I collect all of her CDs. These are the only CDs that I have, even though I stream everything now. I don't actually listen on CD anymore. I started collecting her CDs from debut and I have not stopped. So that is definitely the most exciting thing that I brought back from the US. And I'm just noticing, I realized that my nails are absolutely awful. I painted them right before I went bouldering, so that was kind of my bad. Next, another very nostalgic thing that has been broken into, but this is probably my favorite salsa ever. This is Mrs. Renfro's. It's very Tex-Mex style. It's very good. This is medium hot. I started bringing this back from basically every trip to the US when I was living in France, because France's salsa selection tended to be very, very disappointing at all times. Here in the Netherlands, the selection is better generally for salsas, but this is still my favorite, so I had to bring a little jar back. One more thing related to food, but I can't actually show you the food itself, just the containers. My sister brought me Garrett's popcorn from Chicago. They are very famous for their Garrett mix, which is caramel corn mixed with cheese popcorn. It's just amazing. If you have not had caramel coated popcorn or cheese popcorn, I feel like that's such like an American tradition. At Christmas time, we always have these big tins that you can get from like Aldi and Walmart and anywhere basically, just massive tins of popcorn. And I really wanted to bring one back to share with my French family, because I'm gonna be going to my French in-laws for Christmas this year. But unfortunately, it was not gonna fit in my suitcase. I had way too much other stuff, and also those things are massive. So sadly, I will have to save that for a future trip. I also went to Bath & Body Works, and I was actually there for hand sanitizer, but I was hoping that they would still have some fall scents left. And sadly, they had already replaced everything with Christmas. I was very disappointed that they didn't at least have some back stock or something that I could collect, because I always want to use fall scents throughout the entire year for my hand sanitizers. But while I was there, I saw this candle, Mahogany Vanilla, and I can't resist a candle, so I also brought back some Burt's Bees lip balm, but specifically the Red Dahlia lip balm. So this stuff is absolutely amazing. It feels really amazing, like all Burt's Bees. I love Burt's Bees lip balms in general, but the Red Dahlia has just a little bit of lip tint. It's what I'm wearing right now. I don't know if you can really tell with this lighting. And I don't know that you can find this in Europe. I haven't been able to find it so far when I've been looking for it. So I bought a little pack of that. Lastly, I'm going to show you a massive thing that I brought back, and that is Ticket to Ride, the original North America version. This you can buy here. I've looked it up, but it was more expensive every place that I could find it. And also, I just wanted to be 100% sure that it was in English, because I want to play it with my husband and with our friends here. And I just didn't want to take a chance that maybe it would end up in Dutch or another European language if it's shipped from a different country in Europe. I don't know if it's available in other languages, but it was cheaper, and it was also certain to be in English if I got it in the US. So I decided to get it when I was there. So that is everything I'm going to show you. I also brought back a bunch of like random essentials and like toiletries and whatever else that I like to use from the US that are either hard to find here or aren't available here. Just kind of stocked up my suitcase. I came with a pretty fairly empty suitcase and packed it. And it was exactly 50 pounds, which is the limit to fly with a checked bag. It was literally, when I put it on the scale at the airport, 50 exact. But yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of cozy, random vlog stretched out over several weeks. It was not intended to be that way, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And I'm very happy to be recording some stuff before Christmas. Like I said, I'm going to be going to France this year for Christmas. So I'm probably not going to be filming anything, but I will be taking pictures and videos and stuff on Instagram. So if you want to follow me there, as usual, I will always post some little random moments from my life there, in stories especially, but hopefully I will also be updating my feed a little bit more. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more vlogs like this, make sure you give the video a like, and I would love it if you would leave me a comment below, either commenting on something that I mentioned in this video, or you can just tell me what your plans are for this Christmas, if you have any, if you're celebrating, and what your plans are for the new year. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon in another video.